What's up, guys? And today I'm going to be breaking down the Michigan hybrid primary system that they're going to be having this time around for the 2024 Republican and Democratic primary. So, you guys, this is a very strange thing. I've never seen anything like this. So, Michigan will be the first state to have a hybrid primary. It's actually pretty cool, but it's actually kind of complicated. When I was sitting down looking through some of it to do this video, I actually had to take an hour to read through this to kind of understand how it works. So you don't have to fret. I've done all the work for you guys. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, and I will explain everything. So I'll explain to you guys how it's going to work, how the delegates are going to be allocated, the differences between the primary and the caucus, and then I'll do my prediction for Michigan, and then we'll see what the total delegate count will be after the primary and caucus, and then after that we can fill in Nevada and South Carolina just for fun. So if we take a look here at the Republican primary schedule, so on February 27th we will have the Michigan primary. And then a couple days later, on March 2nd, we'll have the caucus or the convention, whatever you want to call it. So essentially, what's the point of this? The idea behind the hybrid system is to have a meaningful election where voters have a role in selecting the nominee, but official delegate selection can still conform to national rules and enable party activists to have a role in the process. So I'm not going to get into a lot of the why this is happening and like the whole explanation behind that. That could be its own separate video. Essentially, just to sum it up, the state is controlled by Democrats. The state Republican Party wants to do a caucus, kind of the same thing that Nevada is going through, except Nevada's just having a primary and a caucus. They're not doing a hybrid. So that's the gist of it. If you want to know any more, I can leave a link down in the description below. So this isn't going to be like so much on the why as so much as to like how it's going to work for the delegates on election night. So the primary is going to be on February 27th. The 16 primary delegates are at-large delegates, meaning that they come from the overall state popular vote, not congressional districts, that's how the caucus will be decided. Any Republican candidate who gets 12.5% of the primary vote gets 2 delegates, with an additional delegate for each additional 6.25%. There is no winner-take-all, although any remaining delegate, once the vote is split up, goes to whoever was the overall winner. So let's go through an example here. So say Trump gets 40% of the Republican primary vote, Haley gets 30, DeSantis gets 20, and the remaining 10 is split between 2 other candidates, neither of whom reaches the threshold to get any delegates. In this example, Trump initially gets 6 delegates, Haley gets 4, DeSantis gets 3. That leaves 3 unallocated delegates that also go to Trump as the plurality winner, leaving him with 9 total delegates. So on primary night, the RNC will say that this is non-binding. The official allocation of these 16 delegates will take place after March 1st, when the state committee will meet after the caucus to certify the results of the primary. So essentially, it's kind of like on election night for the general election, where everybody goes and votes, and then that night that doesn't really have any meaning to it. It's a few weeks later in December when the Electoral College votes, like when they meet to cast their votes, then that's when the actual votes are certified and have some kind of weight to them. So now we move on to the caucus. So that's the primary. The caucus is worth more delegates. So overall, Michigan has 55 delegates. 16 will be given out for the primary. The rest of the 39 will be given out for the caucus. So the caucus is going to happen on March 2nd. 39 delegates awarded based on a vote by convention participants who are also called delegates. These participants will be selected in each of the state's 13 congressional districts. People who are selected at county GOP meetings across the state on February 15th. Essentially, the nominating convention will consist of 13 separate conventions or caucuses, one for each congressional district, with each candidate campaigning before each group takes a vote. Each district gets 3 delegates, adding up to 39. So if someone gets a majority of the popular vote in that district, they get all 3 delegates. But if no one gets a majority, the candidate with the plurality gets 2, and whoever is second gets 1, if that makes any sense. So if Trump got 48 and Haley got 46. Trump would get 2, and then Haley would get 1. So in order to do this, I had to split this up into 3 different tabs. So this first tab is going to be the primary. This is going to be the caucus, and then this will be the overall total from both the primary and the caucus. So on primary night, I'm using the RCP averages here. So I kind of just gave Trump an even 60. I didn't really allocate Trump or DeSantis as 13%, but we're just going to go based off of Trump's 60 because the RCP average for both the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary was only off by 1 point for Trump's percent in both. So it was pretty much spot on. So if we use that same model, he would get 60%. So if he were to get 60%, that first 12.5% would give him 2 delegates, and then he would get 4 for the remaining percentages that he got. So I think he would finish. So he would finish with a total of 9 delegates, and then Haley would get 37.5%, which would give her 6 delegates. Okay, so that puts us at 41-23, advantage Trump. And then now we go to the caucus. So, oh, my bad, not Wisconsin. So the thing is with Trump is he's getting pluralities everywhere. So my thinking is if he even beats her by like a couple percentage points, but he's over 50, which he seems to be everywhere, he's going to get all 48 of, all 39 of the delegates on caucus night. So that would put us at a total. Trump would have 48 delegates from both the primary and the caucus, and Haley with 6. So I know that's really confusing, but I did my best to try to explain it in a way that makes sense. So after that, Trump would have 80 delegates. Trump with 80 delegates, Haley with 23. And then, of course, you guys know we go out to Nevada before Michigan or South Carolina, and Trump is the only one on the ballot in Nevada. Same kind of story as Michigan, except Haley put her name on the ballot for the primary, which has no delegates. It was a strategic move to try and gain momentum, but in the end, it's going to cost her because she's going to get nothing out of that. The Virgin Islands has a caucus. It's been historically good for Trump, so just based off of history, we'll give him that. And then we come down to South Carolina, and again, even if Trump gets, let's just keep it simple, let's say Trump gets 100 votes in each of South Carolina's 7 congressional districts, and she gets 99. Well, it doesn't matter. If he even gets one more vote than her, he gets all the delegates in each congressional district. And he's projected to win every single one of those districts so far, so he would sweep all 50 delegates from South Carolina. So you guys, thank you guys for sticking with me through that. I appreciate that. The final delegate total after Nevada, Virgin Islands, South Carolina, and Michigan, which would take us all the way through February, will be 165 for Trump, 23 for Haley. So you guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys got something out of it, if you appreciate the fact that now you know how the hybrid system works in Michigan, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing plenty of more political content. I go to rallies, I cover elections, debates, I do predictions, all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all next time.